The usual banged up. Yep. We're going to begin on our back. So actually cross your ankles, cross your legs. Uh-huh. So cross your legs and then lay down. So you're in like a cross leg position and then you lay down. Yeah. So crisscross the legs like you're seated, like in a seat like this, guys. Crisscross the legs like this, just like a regular seat. Yeah, no, sit up and crisscross the legs and then lay back. Yeah, because it's a hip opener. Yeah, and that didn't make sense what I was saying to any of you. Yep, start over. Yep. So you lay down and your legs are crossed like that, like an Indian style seat. Perfect. You can have one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. You can have your palms facing open. Anything goes. Your eyes can be open, they can be closed. Just connect to your breath. When you exhale, try and lengthen the lower back into the mat. Flex your feet a little bit. Yeah, and that's going to give a little bit more kind of the action of the external rotation. Yeah. So here you are just laying down. I just need you to switch the cross of the legs. So it's the opposite, and then reflex the feet and create that external rotation again. Begin to feel and let go. Whatever it is that you came to your yoga mat for this morning, hopefully you can redeem here on your little magic carpet ride. Just a couple more cycles of breath. Good. Blink your eyes open. Extend your left leg forward. Hug your right knee in towards your navel. Give it a little squeeze. Mm-hmm. Give it a good little squeeze. Mm-hmm. Feel the shoulders slide down the back. Flex the left calf strong. Good. Reach your arms forward. Lift the shoulder blades up off the ground so you're kind of crunching up. Like think knee to chest like you're in a plank. Float the left calf if you want, or keep it down if it's too intense. Keep the neck neutral. If this kind of compresses the upper neck and shoulders, you can always have your hands behind your head as an alternative, but it's kind of like a Pilates roll up. Feel the lower back spreading. Yeah. Extend the right leg straight up so there's a scissoring in of the legs. Keep reaching forward with your arms or hands behind the head, scooping up of the lower back into the belly, into the back of the spine. Look towards the sky, Natalie, just so you're not crunching your neck, even with your hands behind your head. Good. You're going to switch the legs, right leg down, left knee hugs in, give it a squeeze, relax the shoulders for a beat. Good. Flex the right calf strong, reach the arms forward, lift the shoulders and the upper neck up off the ground. Float the right calf. So you're kind of in a hovering. I think you're in a plank with knee towards chest, kind of that action. Lower back spreading, scooping in of the belly. I like to flex the feet. I find I can get a little more. Float the left leg straight up. So it's like a scissoring of the legs. The left leg is towards the sky. The right leg is hovering. Lower back spreading. So this time you're going to switch the legs. So the right leg's going to stay up. The left leg's going to hover. Hands now can go behind the head if that's going to create a little bit more. Elbows are going to stay open. So we're going to scissor like this. And if you don't go all the way down to the ground, that's fine. I'm showing the most advanced version, but you can just scissor a little bit. So you're just kind of moving on your breath as you scissor the leg. Lower back spreading, elbows open towards the sky, neck is neutral, which means you're looking up. You can point or you can flex. You can alternate. Yep. And just keep moving like this, kind of scissoring and working the core. Keep going for 10, 9, 8, breathe, 6, I can't count, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to bend your knees in half like a tabletop. Hands go behind the head. They're still there. Elbows are lifted. Shoulder blades are scooping up off the ground. And now with your legs like in a little table tap, you're going to heel tap. Your right heel taps, and then you lift it back up. Your left heel taps, lift it back up. Good. Go like that. Back up. Tap it down, and then lift it back up. Mm-hmm. You got it for 10, 9, 8. Lower back pressing. Elbows are lifted. Shoulder blades are lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to bicycle it out for 20, 19, 18. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. You got it. Just like that. Keep going. Breath is moving you. Bicycle it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give your knees a squeeze. Rock and roll a couple times. Cross your ankles. You're going to come up. Slide into a tabletop position for me. Yep, stack yourself up here, tabletop position. Hands directly underneath the shoulders. Great. Sink the spine down and look forward just for some basic movement here. Round the spine deeply and look in. Just like that. Sink the spine down and look forward. Great. Exhale, round and look in. Keep going. Sink the spine down and look forward. Just make sure you're not hyperextending your arms. So a little micro bend sometimes in the elbows is super helpful. Just linking breath and movement. You're like an ocean wave right now. Do it one more time, and then meet me in a flat back tabletop position. Come to a flat back tabletop position. Look at your hands. Maybe make them a little bit wider. Index fingers forward or a little bit turned out. Curl the toes into the mat if they're not already curled in. And then let's lift up together into our first downward facing dog. So as you lift up here into your dog, the goal this morning is to take up as much space on your mat as you possibly can. Yeah. Breathe your hips way up off your shoulders. So that may be a combination of a little bend behind your knees or a deep bend behind your knees, depending on like what your body is offering you this morning. Looks good, Jackie. Outer triceps grip in. Head is neutral. So what I mean by that is just let your head drop. Just let it go. It's pretty heavy. We carry it around all day. Spread your toes wide. Feel the sides of your body kind of like come inward. As your shoulders move away from your ears, though, your outer triceps have to grip in. These look awesome. Roll forward to plank position in one sweep motion. And from the first dog to plank, sometimes there's a little readjustment. Shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrist. Your weight comes forward, so you're all the way up onto your tippy toes. And then you hold here. A good little dristy gaze point is the front skinny edge of the mat. That just kind of reminds you to keep your neck neutral. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit leading of your chest. So you feel like your chest kind of leads the exercise here. Lift from your hip points like an inch, Lila, and you're in good shape. I know it's not an adjustment you really want to take on here Friday morning. Breathe. And you just feel, because you feel your power from your hands, from your toes, from your core. Hug everything into the center line of the body. Drop your knees right here. They're going to be a little bit behind you this morning. This morning, I want you to kick your heels up and cross your ankles. Yes. Bring your weight forward about an inch or two and lower halfway to a push-up like this. Yes, a push-up like this. So your feet are crossed. Re-straighten your arms, press back up. Switch the cross of the legs for me. Bring your weight forward an inch, halfway to a push-up. Yep. Re-straighten your arms, press back up. Switch the cross of the legs. Do it again, come forward, halfway, Amy, weight a little bit more forward and you'll be in good shape. Re-straighten your arms, press back up, supported plank. One more time, switch the cross of the legs. Come forward an inch, lower halfway to a supported push-up. Look forward with your eyes. Re-straighten your arms. Uncross the legs, get the feet back to the floor. Lift the knees, you're back in plank. You're back in plank. Great. Halfway to a regular push-up. Give it a whirl. Even if you just lower an inch or two. Re-straighten your arms, plank position. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Take a full breath out. That's a great way to modify the push-ups. I like to cross the ankle sometimes. It offers a little something different. One more. Roll forward plank position. Pick what works for you this morning. Halfway to a push-up that works. Elbow slide right by your side ribs. Re-straighten your arms, plank. Float your right foot an inch from the ground. Hug your right knee towards your navel. Give it a good little squeeze inward. Look forward with your eyes and step your right foot forward and through. Be on your fingertips. Yeah. Step to the top of the mat in one piece. Long spine right here. Weight is forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. So from the top here, arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over bent knees, forward fold, let your head go. You can practice with your feet a little separated. That works great for some of us. Long spine on the inhale, step, step to plank. So just step, step to plank. Halfway to a push-up that works for you. So I need you to support the movement with your knees down if that works best. Re-straighten your arms to plank. Float the left foot an inch from the ground. Hug the left knee in towards the navel. Give it a good little squeeze. Yep. Step the left foot forward and through into a low lunge. Take your time. Right foot meets at the top of the mat. Long spine on the inhale breath. Hands can come to your shins, of course. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. From the top, arms go straight up. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine sets you up. Step, step, plank. Halfway to a push-up. This time, drag yourself through an up dog or baby cobra, whatever works best for you. Press even through the hands, the tops of the feet, and keep your neck neutral. Hips go up and back, down dog. Keep your arms very straight. Look where you want to go. You can step, you can float, you can just walk. You can crawl, long spine. Fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer at heart, drop your arms. So just like this, nice and even keeled. Arms go straight up. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your head fall as you fold. Long spine to prepare yourself. You can step, step, you can float. If you are going to jump back, you have to land in a low push-up. Up dog, smooth, not for everybody. Hips go up and back, down dog. Arms stay very, very straight. Anchor through your hands. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Get there nice and light. Long spine, weight is forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Again, arms go straight up. Nice and big. Dive over bent knees. Forward fold. Long spine to set it up. You can step, step. You can float. However you like to get there this morning. Adding or subtracting push-ups, adding or subtracting back bends, you meet in a downward facing dog. Press down even, arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Get there light. Long spine on the inhale. This looks great. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop the arms. One more. Arms go up. Keep moving and breathing. Dive over bent knees. Forward fold. Let the head fall. Long spine to prepare. Step, step, float, vinyasa. When you move through the up dog, you want to keep it very seamless, not jerky. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe your right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. We have the room today to do it, so might as well. When you lift, you're lifting from your inner thigh, kind of like you did when you're on your back doing that exercise. So you're not opening the hip. Come forward, hug the right knee in towards the navel, give it a nice squeeze. Arms are straight up and down. Extend the right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. When you extend it up and back, flex the foot like you're leaving a footprint on the wall. Then point the right toes, come forward, hug the right knee in. Sometimes a little bit of joint mobility helps us out. That's what this exercise really is. Extend the right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Press firm. One more, point the right toes, come forward, hug the right knee in and up, give it a good little squeeze. Look forward and step the right foot forward and through. You'll stay low for a minute, be on your fingertips. As you do this exercise, hug your right hip back, activate your back leg. Yeah. Then rise high lunge. As you come up to a high lunge, sometimes you need to soften your back left knee if your hip points aren't moving forward. You're heavy in your front thigh, so your thigh bone drives back into the hip socket. So we're going to be here for a beat. So what's going to happen now is we're going to inhale the breath, the arms are going to sweep back, and the chest is going to move forward, so it looks like this. Exhale the breath, you're going to sweep your arms up, and you're going to rise. So just like this a few times. Hip forward, arms go back, try and keep the palms facing down. Reach up, arms go straight up. Arms go back. Keep gripping the right hip. Arms go up. One more. Arms reach back. Arms reach up. On the up, you're gonna wrap the left arm underneath the right arm, and you're gonna step up the best that you can and wrap the left leg around the right. So for me personally, wrapping the legs is still a little difficult. So you can just use the big toe and you can create the alignment. You don't have to get the foot. You can use a block like Amy's doing. We're all pretty beat up, so, you know, just have to make it work. And there's no judgment. You're finding an eagle however it works for you. What I do recommend, though, is sitting deep into the standing right leg. There you go, squeezing the arms and the legs down the center line. Weights in that standing right heel. If you did dump forward, I need you to lift your chest up. So you're in a regular eagle. Unravel just your arms so they're straight up towards the sky. Keep bending into the standing right leg and then float the left leg back, first warrior. See if you can anchor that back foot to about a 70-degree angle. You got it. Sometimes it works out great. Sometimes it's a hot mess. Wrap the left ribs forward as your arms energize up towards the sky. Sit deeper into the front thigh and sit really so you can feel your back left foot press firm into the mat. Hands to frame your front foot. Hit a plank position. When you hit plank, halfway to your push-up. Up dog is smooth if you're taking it. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Breathe your left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. When you lift, don't just fling it up. Lift with like intention, purpose. Arms are straight, triceps grip in. Point your left toes, come forward, hug the left knee in and up, scoop up the belly and engage the core. Extend the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Good. Point the left toes, come forward, hug the knee in, give it a good little squeeze. Extend it up and back, three-legged down dog. Point the left toes one more time, give it a good little squeeze in, hug it in nice and tight. Yep, look forward with your eyes, step your left foot all the way forward and through. Once you get there, stay low for a moment. Feel your left hip, feel your back right leg kind of really zipped up. And then once you get grounded, rise, high lunge, and then kind of iron it out here. Maybe you need to soften your back knee. Maybe it's okay, straight. You are sliding the left thigh bone into the hip socket. The side body is long and engaged. You're going to tip forward with your torso, and the arms are going to reach back. I always need the palms down so the shoulders sit nicely on the back. You're going to reach up on the end. Yep, you're going to come up and extend. Sit deeper. You're going to pivot forward and reach back. Yep. You're going to rise and extend up. So just making really sweet movement. Come forward, arms reach back. You're hovering. Extend and reach up. Reach back and fold. Extend up and activate. Wrap the right arm underneath the left arm and then see what you can do with that right leg. Sometimes it's just the big toe. It looks more like a little dance routine. The trick, though, is to bend deep into that standing left leg. Squeeze down the center line of your body. And if you are taking the option of more of a sleeping eagle, that's fine. Keep bending and weighting your heel. If you did any folding, lift the chest first. Unravel your arms, extend the fingertips towards the sky. You got it. Keep bending into the standing left leg, then unravel, first warrior. So the right leg, you just trust the process and step it back nice and big. The back foot at about a 70-degree angle, you have to press firm. It looks pretty good. Yep. The right ribs have to spin. Energize your arms. Hands to frame your front foot. You're going to hit plank halfway to your version of a push-up. A lot of us have to modify or take it out. It's fine. Up dog is smooth, or baby cobra. Hips go up and back, down dog. Look where you want to go, step or float, top of mat. You're very excited today. Long spine, I'm being very sarcastic. Long spine, fold. Weight in your heels, chair pose. You can take this with the feet together or separated. I really had no idea what day it was this morning. My alarm went off. It could be anything. It could really be anything. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. It's mysterious days. Drop your arms. Pause. Here we go from the top. Arms go straight up. Heavy in your heels for chair. Sit way back. Then fold over bent knees. Forward fold. Long spine sets you up. Step or float through your vinyasa of choice. Great. Nice, Lila. Up dog is smooth, nice and consistent. Hips go up and back down dog. Your right foot lands, your back foot turns. You arrive in your warrior one, you anchor, and then you come up. Back down we go through a chaturanga push-up. If I'm moving a little faster, Annie, you just go at your own pace, okay? No worries. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back down dog. The left foot lands on your beat, your breath. Rise, warrior one. Back down we go, chaturanga push-up. When you hit the push-up, good. Pull yourself to a version of a back bend, and then we all meet in a downward facing dog. It's always an opportunity to regroup. Look where you want to go, step or float, top of mat, get there safe and light. Long spine, fold. Chair pose with excitement, chair. It's a mindset. Chair is all mindset. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Here we go. Arms go straight up. They get better. Heavy in your heels, chair. Dive over, bend knees, forward fold. Long spine, set it up. Step or float, vinyasa. Up dog pulls you through. This is like a 22-minute version of Bob Dylan, by the way, so we have all day. Down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns, rise. Hands back down, chaturanga. Hit the floor, running. Chaturanga, up dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot lands, back foot turns, rise. Chaturanga push up. To the floor we go. So Annie, here in Jersey, we like to move. We move quick. If you haven't noticed, we don't have time to waste. That's the big difference between the Northeast and going to Texas, where they're like, you know, you take your time, arms stay nice and straight. Look where you want to go, step or float, top of mat. We're like, we rest later if we're lucky. Long spine and fold. Chair pose, hit it strong, weights in your heels. Arms are in any direction that work for you this morning. Yeah. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. From the top of this routine, arms go straight up. Then you sit, it's like a firebolt. You sit way back. Dive over, bend knees, forward fold, let the head go. Long spine, step or float, vinyasa. Upward facing is smooth. Nice work. Hips go up and back, downward facing. The right foot lands, the back foot turns. We rise on the breath, warrior one. I think Bob forgot what he was thinking about. Chaturanga push-up, yeah. It was good in the beginning, and then I'm like, I don't even know if he knows what he's doing anymore. Upward facing, hips go up and back down dog. The left foot lands, back foot turns, rise. It's good to laugh, right? Chaturanga push-up. Yeah, we don't laugh enough. Chaturanga push-up. Upward facing. We could laugh at ourselves too. Downward facing dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns, come on up, warrior one. Warrior one. Yeah, warrior one. Drop your arms alongside your body, guys. Interlace your hands. Inhale the breath, eyes of the shoulders lift. Exhale, you're gonna come forward, humble warrior. So you have options. You can rest your stomach on your thigh, and that's a great way to take it. Or you can try and get in there and get snuggly with yourself. Yep. The left side of the body has to continue kind of wrap forward. The back left foot is grounding you. The quadricep is lifting. The right hip grips in. Wherever you are, you're holding your breathing. Stay with it. Anchor and rise with the hands clasped if possible, just for a beat. Yep. Straighten the right leg on track. Step your back foot in and turn the toes a little bit more forward. If the hands are still clasped, that's great. It's like a 3-foot distance between your 2 feet. Inhale, eyes of the shoulders lift. Exhale, fold. This is a version of Parsva with the hands bound. You have to soften the front right leg for sure. If having the hands bound kind of, trips you up a little, just simply let them go and rest them on the floor or block. Yeah, so if it doesn't feel good in your body, don't take that version. There's other options. Amy, slide the blocks underneath your hands. Let's do it this way. Let's bring the floor up. Yeah. Keep lifting your right hip and steering the left side of your body forward Anchor strong through your inner and outer thighs. Press firm through your feet and breathe into the meaty part of your hamstring. Good. Come up halfway, pause. Slide your hands to your hips. Come the rest of the way up. So early here in the sequence, it's good to change things around sometimes. The left arm extends up towards the sky. You're going to come halfway down, steer the right hip back, and come the rest of the way down for an early twisting triangle. Block to the instep of the foot. Hand to shin is a great way to take it. It's your choice if you want to extend your right arm up towards the sky or just have your right hand on the flat part of your back. Feel like someone's got you by your hips though, and they're kind of yanking you to the back edge of the mat. To activate that back leg, Lila, more, and see if you can take the center of your heel and press it down, the back heel. Yeah, you may need to step in a little closer. When you twist, guys, just reminding you, you're twisting from your heart, your chest. You're not twisting from your spine. Your spine is straight. So it's little ribs are turning. Crown of the head is moving forward. The breath is turning you. Right hand hits the ground to frame the front foot. If your blocks are there, just move them to the side. Come to the fingertips, long spine, and step to the top of the mat. When you arrive at the top, feet together or a little separated. Long spine on your inhale breath. Exhale, fold into yourself. Heavy in your heels for chair. Weight moves back into your heels. Yeah. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale your breath. You're going to hook and twist towards the right. Good. So if air twisting is more your speed today, you don't have to go deep. You can just kind of stay in a hovering position. The truth be told is it's about the alignment. So keep your feet, your shins, your knees all aligned. So Annie, it looks great. Just make sure the two knees don't cross and they're set up in alignment and you're in good shape. Anything you want with your arms, hands can just stay in prayer. Look sideways, look up. If you do choose to open up your arms, just keep everything very even. Jackie looks great. A little bit more weight back in your heels and you're in good shape. A little bit more breath kind of saves you. Pull around to chair. You're heavy in your heels for chair pose. Weight is way back. Yeah, sit all the way down, boat Navasana. You can catch the sides of your thighs. I like to reach my arms straight up and keep the knees a little bent. Yeah. Perfect. We're going to row the boat. So that may involve kind of clawing the mat out in front of you with your hands, or your hands are on blocks. You're going to lower halfway and hover. Good. You're going to pull it up. And if your hands are on blocks, the blocks have to kind of slide back. You're going to lower halfway. You're going to pull it back up. Heart lifts. One more. I know. It's fun. Lower halfway. I'm such a dork. Yeah. Yep. Pull it back up. Woohoo. Cross the ankles, step or float. Maybe it's more of a crawl. Yeah. Sometimes it's just like kind of like a floppy thing. And then you end up back in a down dog. And that's okay. Nobody really is grading you or cares what you're doing. I just want you to be safe. Get the most of your yoga experience. Meet me in a down dog. If that involves a vinyasa, good for you. If not, down dog. Step the left foot forward. Now we have to remember all that. Super exciting. The left foot lands, the back foot turns. We rise on our breath, warrior one. Drop your arms alongside your body. Clasp your hands. If you can remember, not the original grip, kind of opposite thumb, opposite baby finger, give it a go. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come forward. Your version of humble. Stomach could rest on thigh. You can snuggle and get in there a little. Right ribs wrap, right thigh turns, anchoring of your back right foot. Hug your left hip in. And then when you get to the pose and you're holding the pose, pay attention to what's happening with your breathing. Try not to struggle. Let the breath kind of aid the posture. A little longer. Two more breaths. You got this. You can do it. Anchor your feet. Keep your hands bound if you can. Start to come up. Straighten your left leg on track. And then scoot your back foot in. If you can keep the bind even for a little, that's great. Kind of steer your chest forward. Your back foot anchors. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Parsva. Let the head go. It's amazing how from side to side in your body feels totally different, right? So if you've got that kind of going on, you make little adjustments. Annie, it looks really good. I would step your back foot back just like an inch or two and make it a tiny bit wider. Perfect. Supporting with blocks is always there if this is too much. Danielle looks very nice. Drop your hands down further, lift your hips up higher, and breathe a little fuller. Press firm, start to come halfway up. Come the rest of the way up. As you arrive, hand slide to your hips if they're not already there. Right arm extends up towards the sky. So reach really big. You'll come halfway down. It's almost like you're reaching for something and you steer your left hip back and then you come the rest of the way down. Some days I like my hand pressing into the shin. Other days I'm like, it's totally a block day. I'm going to slide it any direction that works. You have low, medium, or high. Come up onto your fingertips though, so you're not jamming into your shoulder, and then peel it open. You okay, Amy? You could be up super high too. You don't have to be down low. You could use 2 blocks and stack it open. Steer the hips back. Your left hand can be on the flat part of your back. Yep. Look sideways, look up. Two more. Nice work. Left hand down. Move the blocks to the side. Step to the top of the mat. Arrange your feet. Long spine on the inhale. They can be together or a little separated. Exhale, fold first. Then heavy in your heels for chair. Chair pose. The good news is you get it out of the way early. Yeah. Hands to prayer. Inhale your breath. Exhale, you begin to turn towards the mirrored wall and do your little twist. Now, you could slide a block in between your thighs if you have one. It's a nice way to take it. Reminds you to kind of steer your hips back. Any variation with your arms, just keep your knees together. Make sure that right knee is not sliding past the left. You got it. Less is more. Some days your practice involves doing less, but reminding yourself to breathe more. And that's sometimes even better. Two more. Chair pose. As you pull it around, really kind of sit into it. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold, let it all go. Long spine sets you up. You're going to step or float through your vinyasa. The up dog will be smooth. Try not to jerk through it and keep the neck neutral. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot smack in between the hands. Turn the back foot on a sharp angle and find your triangle from right here. Yep. So triangle pose from the ground up. It's my favorite way to get in. To turn your back toes, Linda, more open. Yeah. And pull up anywhere across the front of your right shin, or maybe reach for the block and place it to the outside of your right calf. Go outside of calf, Annie. It's actually a better placement. And open up your left foot a little bit wider. There you go. Turn your left toes in a little bit and you'll be set up nice. Stay with it. Anywhere across the front of the right shin. Lean back a little bit. Stay with it. A hooking in of your hips, the side ribs long. Left hand slides to your hip. You're going to step up and find your way into Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose. Another one of my favorite postures. Use your block. It can be up high. Yeah, I like it a little forward and over to the right. Some days you get into this and you nail it. Other days it's like you don't have a foot. So wherever you are, it's okay. Little softness behind the right knee is helpful. And then you lift your left leg up to any height that works, but no higher than hip height. If you feel like binding, that's always there. It's an option. Some days we just work on the balance. When you kick, the kick goes behind you though. Great, stay with it. Side ribs long. Nice, Natalie. If you took a bind, just release slow. Take a beat in this pose together. And then the transition will be to slide back into warrior two. So take a nice big step. Sometimes it's two to get in. And find your version of warrior two that works. You always want to make sure your right knee tracks over your right ankle. Wrap that right inner thigh open. Let the shoulders slide down the back. Breathe your shoulders apart. Bring their arms apart. And then lengthen. Think of squat pose in this pose. Yes. It's a powerful posture. Turn your left toes, Amy, just a tad forward. And I think you may be able to get your right thigh open a little bit. Nice, Linda. Lift the palm, reverse the warrior, let the side body open. And then reach out and let's slide our right hand to the outside of our foot today. Use a block. We're going to go for a variation, but we're going to do A and we're going to take a little bind with our top arm if that's available. So to find this the right way, first get that right hand to kind of find the right height for the block. Then reach the left arm straight up and bring it up and over your ear first. Yeah. Keep gripping your right hip in and turning your bottom ribs. Jackie, take your block up even higher. There you go. Perfect. Wrap your right thigh to the instep of that right arm, and then you're in good shape. Now, re-reach the left arm straight up, and then with that energy, see if you can wrap it behind your back. It may only go halfway. Perfect. So there's like a turn of your chest, a gripping in of your right hip. Stay with it. Anchor your feet, lengthen your torso. Utilize your breath. Warrior two, take any bounce out. Just rise back up. Warrior two. Circle it to the floor, hit plank position. When you hit your plank, let's find a Vashisthasana on our left side, on our left hand. Yeah. Any variation that you know you can hold and maintain. So I'll just throw a few out for you. You can stagger the feet. You can stack the feet. You can drop your knee down. You can come to your forearm as well if your shoulder or wrist or any area of your upper body is injured. All poses have the same alignment. Your hips are aligned over each other. A little bit of shaking. That's your nervous system saying good morning. Yes. Plank position slow. Chaturanga push up because you're strong. Up dog because you can. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Don't miss a beat. Left foot lands smack in between your hands. Turn your back foot sharp and find your triangle from right here. For some reason, this doesn't work for you. I got no issue with you just setting up. You just come in and you arrange and you come up and then you find your triangle. The legs are straight. The front knee always has a little soft micro bend. Take a little bigger step, Annie. I think you'll be in a better position. Yeah, and the block can be any height that works. I'm like, I'll take the highest setting. That works. Lean back a little bit. Nice. Take the bottom ribs and turn them. Look sideways, look up. It's a great posture because it really opens you up. So take the opportunity to breathe into it. Look down, step up in one piece, Ardha. So sometimes it's 2 steps. Sometimes you can get there kind of swiftly. Sometimes the hand has to slide to the hip. Yeah, pick either on the mat or off the mat. There you go. And then you stack it open. Soften behind that standing left knee just a tad. Lift from your inner right thigh. So now the trick is take your bottom ribs, turn them, and roll your right hip over your left hip. And if you want to bind or do anything fancy or fun, give it a whirl. Some days it's just simple and basic and working on maintaining it. Stay with it. If you fall, you just try again. Nice. Amy's in the front, matching shirts and pants. Release. I just noticed all this now. Extend the leg. Giant step back, warrior 2. Warrior 2. Take a second to set it up. Warrior 2. Like, did you call each other and be like, I really want to trip Julie up and put you in the same outfit next to each other, same name? Yep. Wrap the inner thigh open. Activate. Lengthen. Close your eyes. Settle in here for a few breaths. Wrap that inner thigh open. You got this. How can you relax in the pose? Try not to struggle. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Let the side body open. Come back through warrior 2. Reach way out and slide your hand to the outside of the foot. I recommend a block. You can go low, you can go medium, go high. The block is right to the outside of that left baby toe and side of foot. There you go. Right arm extends up. Roll that inner thigh open. Grip your left hip in. Right arm reaches up, and I want you to reach it up and forward just a little bit or all the way if you've got that range of motion. So see if you get that side body to open. There's a turning of those bottom ribs. Then take that top arm back up towards the sky and see with that energy if you could wrap it halfway or all the way around. Yeah, if you went for the full bind the first time around, do it again. Great. Do you think when the police wrote this song, they knew that there was going to be a pandemic and that people would be like, don't stand close to me. Stay away from me. Turn those chests, turn the chest, breathe. Anchor strong. Feel your feet, feel your hips, feel your legs, feel your core. Warrior 2, take the bounce out. Warrior 2. That was awesome. Really nice transition. Warrior 2. Feel heavy in those legs. Circle it to the floor. Plank. When you hit your plank, we're going for a side plank on the right side, okay? So right hand comes down, you get it firm, and then you roll into your version. Modify if you need to. Yeah. You can stack it open. Anything you want to do here. Nice, Jackie. Take your top foot and turn it more towards the Amy's and get it grounded. Press it down. There you go, because that's going to get the hip to ignite. 2 more breaths. Nice slow transition to plank position. Try not to plop. Then lower halfway to a push-up. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Stay with me, guys. It's just getting good now. Yeah, it's just getting good. Step the right foot forward, crescent lunge. Come on up. Crescent lunge. So you may have to drag your hands to prayer to do this, or your hands to hips, but the first one's a little funky. You're going to drag your left leg up and you're going to come up to stand. So for the first one, keep your hands at your heart. Come up and power. Stand up. For this one, keep the hands at your heart and extend back. Good. You can incorporate the arms if you want. Good. Drag it back. So the arms go up when the leg goes up. Yeah. Flex. And then the hands slide back down as the leg goes back. And it challenges your balance for sure. The arms go up, use your core, stand up tall. The hands go back to prayer and a giant step back. Arms go up. Keep going. Hands slide back. One more. We're going to add on. Arms go up. Good. Hands to prayer. You're going to turn to the left. You're going to open up your arms and you're going to stay like this. If you're dying to incorporate your hands holding onto the side of your thigh or reaching for the blade of your foot and cooking forward, you give it a whirl. If not, you're just floating in space. Yeah. Either an air version of standing leg raise or dancing Shiva is what I mean. Or you're actually grabbing on if you need to. Nice. Pull around to center, arms up, leg up. You got it. Arms up, leg up. Giant step back, crescent lunge. Try and keep your arms up for this one. Arrange your feet. Hands to prayer at heart. Lean way out and hook the elbow and twist. If you want to drop your back knee, you're welcome to. High in the ball of that back left heel. Yeah, make sure the stance is long enough, big enough, bold enough. Rip your right hip in. Hands to frame your front foot plank. Just simple, chaturanga. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back down dog. Let's keep it together. The left foot lands, crescent lunge. Yeah, crescent lunge, step up. Yep. Yeah, so for the first one, drag the hands to prayer. Anchor with some driving force. You're going to hug your right knee in and you're going to flex. Keep the hands to prayer for a moment. Extend the right leg back, crescent lunge. So the arms extend up as the leg goes up. So it's in like one motion. There you go. I know, it's fun. Drag it to prayer and then step it back. Good. The arms go up as the leg goes up. Drag it to prayer, step it back. Yeah, you get the hang. Arms go up. It's kind of fun. Amy's like, I gotta get out. Drag the hands to prayer, giant step back. Couple more. Arms go up, drive. Hands to prayer, good. It's working your core, your balance, your focus. Arms go up. Let's do one more. Step it back. This time we'll stay up. Arms go up. Yeah. Drag the hands to prayer and start to turn to the right. You can just stay like this. You can open up your arms and stay in a hovering position. If you want to grab the outside of the foot and kick forward for the full version, or hand to the outside of the knee, these are all options. Dancing Shiva. Pull around to center, arms up, leg up. If the leg is straight out, that's great. Arms up, deep into your core muscles. Lift that leg, lift that leg, lift that leg. And then giant step back, crescent lunge. Take a beat to set up the feet. Make sure you're high on the ball of your back right foot. Drag the hands to prayer. Inhale your breath, lean way out, then hook the elbow and twist. Grip your left hip in. Drop your back knee if it's too much. Yeah, or take an easy twist. Lean back a little bit. High on the ball of that back foot. Lean back, get in there. You got it. Nice. 2 more breaths. Make it count for today. Plank position. Hit the floor. Plank position. Halfway to a push-up. Chaturanga push-up. Yep. Up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Slide your right knee forward, half pigeon. Yeah. Half pigeon pose, right knee forward. For some reason this doesn't work, go on your back and take ankle to knee, like me. Yeah. Annie, sweaty enough? You good? All right, great. Good for you. Drop into it a little further. Use the strength of your body to come up. Lean onto the right side, swing the left leg forward, make a little tree with your legs. Yeah. Looks like this. Right hand's gonna come behind you. This is sail pose. It's a cross between a back bend and a arm balance. You're gonna lift up just like this. Yep. You got it. Perfect. Good. Exhale the breath, lower down. Once you hit the floor, bring the right leg forward, okay? The left leg's gonna come over for a supine twist. You're gonna give that leg a squeeze. And kind of going with the theme of today's class to get into the IT band, you'll see how this works. You'll reach for the outside of your left foot with your right hand, and you're gonna extend that leg forward. So now the hand can come behind you. So your right hand to your left foot, outside of the foot, and then the leg extends. Now you can reach the arm back too if you want more. Hand may need to stay down. If it doesn't work, just stay in the supine twist. It gets into the side of the leg. Yeah. Yeah, just keep the hand down if it doesn't work. I want it going straight forward. Yep. Straight forward. Yep. Good. Lower it back down. Rebend it. Just twist a little deeper into the pose. Come back to neutral. You're going to bend your legs in half. Hands are going to go behind you for a little bridge. It's a reverse bridge. So it's going to look like this. You're going to lift your hips up, wrap the thighs down and under. Okay. And then you're going to exhale the breath. You're going to slide your hips back. Legs are going to go straight. You're going to press into the floor. You can use blocks under your hands as well. Rebend the legs. Slide back, flex the feet, press. One more. Bend the knees, lift. Do it slow. Slide back. Lower the seat, cross the ankle, step or float. I don't know how you're going to get back. Just step back, chaturanga. Yep, you can take one more vinyasa to kind of finish it off. And then meet me in a down dog, and where you'll slide your left knee forward for half pigeon. If you're going to your back, just go onto your back, and then you'll join us after. Left knee comes forward, half pigeon. Perfect. Wherever you are is where you are for today. There's no judgment. You just kind of like, we have to make little tweaks with our body. Come up nice and slow. You'll lean onto your left side and swing your right leg forward. So it's like a little tree with your right leg forward, your left leg bent. Yep. Left hand comes behind you. The crease of your wrist always faces the back skinny edge of the mat. Inhale the breath. We try and move on the exhale breath as we press up, and you lift up this way. Yeah. You got it. Looks good. Exhale the breath. You come out slow, lower down. Good. You're going to bend your right leg. The left leg is going to come behind, around. Did we do this side already? I think we need to switch. Yeah, it's the left leg bends. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, just do the leg you think you didn't twist. I don't think we twisted right. So yeah, somehow or another, we kind of screwed it up. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. So you just stay in this Ardha Matsyendrasana, the spine twist. If you want to add in the little IT band stretch, so the left hand's going to grab the outside of the right foot. So it's opposite hand, opposite foot. And when you kick, you want to kick straight forward. That's why for a lot of us, having the hand behind the back is going to be easier. If you feel like you've got it, the right arm will open. And the right leg may not go pin straight, depending on you. See, you figured it out, Amy B. You got it. It's a version. It's a version that works. Right hand comes back down. Rebend the leg. Twist a little deeper. And then come back to neutral. We'll unravel one more time. Bend your knees. If you want to slide 2 blocks underneath your hands, you may have a little bit more success with this. You inhale the breath. You'll lift up to a little baby tabletop, reversed. Exhale the breath. You'll slide your seat back. You're going to activate your arms and try and sit up and flex your feet. You got it. Rebend. Bring the blocks closer to you, Amy P. And then slide your seat back. Press. One more. Bend the legs. It's a lot of core and arms. Slide the seat back. Press, flex your feet. Lower down. Arms go straight up. Exhale, fold. Good. And then let go of your feet and activate your arms and start to roll back very, very slow. Very, very slow. Slower than you want to ever be moving. Slower than you ever want to move. Keep your legs grounded. Flex your feet. Keep lowering. Keep lowering. I know. You just want to hit the floor and you want to drop into that Shavasana, but you're hovering and you're holding and you're lowering with a lot of control. A lot more control. And then you drop down. Shavasana, complete rest right now. Make yourself comfortable. You had a great practice this morning. Give yourself this final pose. It's just 2 minutes of your time. Big breath in. Followed up with a full deep breath out. Arms reach up over the top of the head. Give yourself a really big stretch. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock up any way which suits you in your practice, or stay down if that's better. And just sit up nice and tall. Try and keep your eyes shut. Final moments of the practice is kind of like where it all comes together. You showed up here, you worked hard, and now we wrap it up. Hands come to prayer. You bow your head. You always have a moment where you're grateful. You're grateful you can move and be here and be present. And together we lift our head and open our eyes and we say namaste. Namaste. Awesome class, guys. Really nice job. Hydrate yourselves. We got pretty warm in here today. It was solid. And I will see you next week. We will continue our yoga.